Hello everyone, welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about Alexis Sanchez. Yeah, you remember him? Alexis Sanchez. I'm not here to talk about Thomas Partey. I'm not here to talk about Dani Ceballos. I'm not here to talk about Socrates. I'm here to talk about Alexis Sanchez. I know you're wondering why, but Alexis Sanchez just did an Instagram live, like just a 6-minute video, just a short live stream and stuff. And he was basically recapping his time at Manchester United and basically saying a goodbye. Of course, he left for Inter Milan on a permanent deal recently, and he has not really got the time to say a goodbye because players had gone out on holiday. Both teams were in the Europa League, so he never had the time to say goodbye. But the most interesting part about that talk was the thing that he said at the beginning. And what he said was, after the first training session at Manchester United, I realized many things. And when I got back home, I told my agent if I could cancel the contract and go back to Arsenal. That's what he actually said to his agent after the first training session. I don't quite understand why someone would say that after just one training session. But unless something was totally off with the style of play, unless you couldn't adapt to it, unless it was such a culture shock there, unless you didn't agree with the manager's ideas, unless you just didn't get along with the players like Lingard, I just don't understand why you'd say something like that or how something like that would happen. He also went on to add that I wanted to call my agent and ask him if I could rip up the contract. Now, of course, the time he left for United, he was also being targeted by Man City. Man City had just ended their interest in him. Manchester City had just ended their interest in him. And I remember Man City, I was expecting him to join Man City because between Man City and Man U, you definitely go for the ones who are about to win the title or competing for the title at the time. And Man City basically ended their interest because of the money. They couldn't pay his weekly wages because he was demanding too much money, him and his agent. So he ended up at Manchester United. Now, to be honest, when he joined Manchester United, I was scared. I was like, he's going to join the likes of Lukaku, young and fresh players like Martial and Rashford. I was very scared. But as soon as he got there, the first few weeks, I didn't even see him. Every now and then, he played one game, injured for 2 months. He played 2 games, went back to Chile to stay with his family, came back, played 2 games. You get my point. He never ever made an impact at Manchester United. I thank the heavens till this day that he didn't have an impact, because I was very scared because he was our best player. You could argue that from the last 5 years, he was one of the best players in the Premier League alongside the likes of Hazard and De Bruyne, because he was magnificent. I remember him winning us games against Leicester in their title-winning season, scoring a hat-trick, individually winning our game at West Ham, I think it was 5-1 or 5-2 or something. He scored all like 3 or 4 goals in that game. I remember him winning our game at Stoke. We never beat teams like Stoke away. He was such a good player. In the semi-finals against Reading, against City, in the final against Aston Villa, he made an impact, scored crucial goals, big goals. He scored against City, against Liverpool, against United, against Chelsea. Basically all the big teams. He had an impact in all big games. But as soon as he joined Man U, something was off. So as I've said, he actually mentioned that he was not comfortable there. He didn't have a good time there, and it was time for him to leave because he was wasting his career. Now, players should learn from players like Sanchez and Coutinho, left from Liverpool to Barcelona. Of course, he recently just made that correct by winning the Champions League at Bayern. Someone like Hazard leaving Chelsea, only 1 season, but they actually do fall off. They actually do fall off at the end of the day. You remember back in January of 2018, he left Arsenal for Manchester United, and Mkhitaryan came the other way, but both of them didn't have any impact or had an impact for just a few games and totally fell off. Aubameyang came to Arsenal, Giroud went to Chelsea, and Batshuayi went to Dortmund. So I still believe there was space for Sanchez to stay at Arsenal and play with Aubameyang. Instead, Ozil stayed, and we know how that has worked out or ended up. Total mess. So this whole deal, this whole exchange, this whole swap deal, this whole contract situation, it was a mess for everyone involved, the owners at Arsenal, the board members at Arsenal, the players themselves. It was all a mess. So the only thing I hated about Sanchez was because he left Arsenal like he wanted to leave Arsenal. You know, players like Walcott, players like Ramsey, I don't hate them because it wasn't really their choice to leave Arsenal. But Sanchez, it felt like he really wanted to leave Arsenal. So I really can't feel bad for him, but he was a really good player. He has now signed for Inter Milan, so all we can do is wish him the all the best. Let's hope he revives his career there because he did magnificent for us. As I always say, he's one of the most, for me, is one of the best players at Arsenal in the Premier League era because he really helped us. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Keep staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later.